Welcome back, everybody. My name is Eclipse Sentinel, and I want to thank all of you for joining me today on my channel. We are obviously checking out The Last of Us. So, through the events of the previous episode, we are hot on the trail of Tommy. It seems that whatever damage he has done is fresh enough for Dina to believe that we are not that far behind. So, hopefully, we might run into him, or at the very least, we'll run into a living member of Wolf, and get some knowledge on the person who perpetrated the brutal beating of Joel. So, without further delay, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Somehow, some way. This is clearly like once you get down here, you're not coming back up again, but I pilfered everything, so I'm good.
Oh, shit, Ellie? Fuck. I'm okay. Come on.
It's cool. You're fine.
Is Leah chick? What if she's gone by the time we get there?
I don't want to think about that right now.
If she's gone, then we follow her trail. Or Tommy's. There's
we should
a lot.
put some of those tripwires up around Jackson. Might be a good way to deal with the hordes.
Yeah, that'd be smart. But we'd probably blow up some stragglers.
We put up signs, warning them.
What if they can't read?
We'll make drawings. You know, like a foot tripping over a wire and then big fire.
Big fire.
I bet I could build them.
I like you.
I want it in writing.
I met this guy once, friend of Joel's. Tripwired a whole town.
How'd people get around?
It was just him.
Wait, he lived alone in an entire town?
He had trust issues.
That's sad.
Kept him alive.
It's not like you have to choose between being alive and being close to people. It's not black and white.
Took a risk, though, right?
You took a bigger risk being alone. Like, what if he got hurt? What if he got sick?
What happens if someone else gets hurt?
Hey, look.
Who do you think it is?
Someone who wants us to feel her love. You think she's related to the wolves?
I don't know.
It's kind of fucking weird.
Isn't she the person we're looking for? Or does Ellie not remember because of all the head trauma she's endured in the last, I'm assuming, 48 hours? Granted, though, sort of interesting imagery. You know, just gonna put that out there for you guys to think about for a few minutes. Wow.
Holy shit. These were all shot.
That thing has been eaten.
Hey, look. It's Tommy's. Ugh. Infected did a number on this one.
Of course Tommy didn't leave anything behind.
You okay?
Yeah, sorry, it's just a smell.
Very normal reaction.
Alright. I must have taken off on foot. You good to keep going?
Yeah, I'm fine. Please.
My question is, I'm assuming that the wolves shot his horse, which forced him to flee, but from the looks of this environment, it looks like, oh no, so wait a minute, what happened here? Because there's one person, like one, or that's an infected that just is not as far along in the, I'm assuming he got jumped by the infected, now that I think about it for a little bit.
How'd this city get so wrecked? Boston wasn't like this, was it?
Boston didn't have a full-blown civil war. Fireflies never put up this kind of resistance.
Interesting. I figured fireflies would have been just as vocal as any other. And my suspicions are correct. Something worthwhile here. And I didn't need to go through the trouble of jumping. Look at me trying to do all the fancy footwork. Nothing worthwhile here that I can immediately see. Sorry, Ellie, soaking you to the bone like
I
this.
don't see any wolves.
No. Let's not count our chickens, though. You see the TV station? Yeah, it's that way.
There it is.
Uphill. Whoa. More bodies.
More shot bodies.
Nice job, Tommy.
Tommy definitely came this way.
I bet he went through there.
But he barricaded it. It looks like. Yeah.
A solid barricade. Okay, well, not going this way.
Stop! Tripwire.
Thanks.
They're all over.
Probably for infected.
Still. One wrong step.
Then.
Yeah, let's be careful.
Then how do I get through? This door is not gonna... I see what they want me to do. Yeah, because that's blocked off, that's blocked off. Oh, wait. I just heard something clicking. Okay. My suspicion and caution was well founded, I would think. Another rifle round. You could actually use that stuff to make half-decent armor against infected. Let's see what modifications we can make. Let's see. Stability would be nice. Let's check them out. Interesting. Very nice. Much tighter, much more stable, it looks like. Take a look. Much more stable. Good to know. Good to have. Pays off to be very obsessed with
They've really got
pilfering.
this area covered.
Probably don't cut through here much with all this.
There's that silver lining. This tall grass is making me nervous.
Yeah, they're getting tricky to see.
That's why slow and steady wins the race. Don't hear anything nor see anything in the walls, so... The sounds of her footsteps actually freaked me out for a second. I gotta calm down. I'm getting too frazzled. What's this? More intel? M, make sure you take the envelope to the bank before Monday AM. Made the combo the last 6 digit of to Stacy's phone number. Figured it'd be easy for you to remember, huh? Okay. The last 6. Oh, it's missing that last bit.
Are you okay?
That worked.
Yeah.
That freaking worked. I just thumped it with a brick. Well, I don't know the last 2 digits to Stacy's number. So what could it be? Could it be? Thrift store reminder. Is it, if you flip it over, is that it? No. Yeah, the last 6 digits. What could it be? Because it'd be 555 01. I'm sure I'll find it if I keep searching the building. Let me not try to brute force my way through this problem. Wow. So it's 550133.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm definitely having a good time with all this. Oh, I'm full on all of it. Wow. I forgot I'm topped up. I still have plenty of swings left on this, so I don't really need anything. All right, that's this place properly pilfered. Oh no! I'm trying to jump over to the other truck. Oops.
More of this stuff. Huh.
I don't hear anything in there. I guess that's actually kind of clever, since only the people would know that this is the avenue you should take to get through the traps. You almost had me. The first time was just a dumb jump mistake, but that one was actually pretty well hidden, but I saw it. I really don't want to set any of
There's
this
a
off.
TV station.
I don't think we can get around this one.
Hang on. Easy. Well, how else were we gonna get through?
Honestly,
You think
though,
someone heard that?
yeah.
It was pretty loud. Keep your eyes peeled.
Can you... Babe, you're killing me here. The door shook. I expected something to burst out of there.
Shit. Stay down there. These stairs are wired up.
Can you detonate them?
Not here.
So then, how? I feel like there should be a way to disarm them, but I guess it'd be too meticulous and time consuming. Okay.
We're not being subtle right now.
Maybe Leah will come to us.
Yeah. Or they might be waiting to ambush us.
Need to get in there.
Can't open the way for you? I guess you'll follow me the way I came.
There it is. Stay low.
Feels empty.
I don't buy it.
Most likely is.
See a way in?
Not yet.
Not a bad location, though.
Fuck. It's brutal.
Tommy do this?
Let's get inside.
Yo, Tommy's got some serious skill. That's a bow and arrow he had to have used. Honestly, I don't know why you didn't take a bow and arrow with you. It's the perfect weapon for an espionage mission in this kind of world. But that's just me. I think a bow and arrow is something she'll get later in the game, because I remember the bow was like a near end game item in the first game as well. And I even think the bow and arrow was an item that Ellie exclusively used. Joel was always the gun person, but I think Ellie used the bow as well. Very clean, very Spartan area. Wait. That's stuff I needed.
Fuck. Be careful.
Yeah, potentially more hits with this when I'm almost done with it. Yeah, I'll definitely switch. I'm surprised after all the loot I found previously, I'm surprised how there's not stuff here. I've barely found anything. I've just found weapons and ammo. I had a feeling I had to go through this door. Oh. Now what? Ah. Tommy. I'm loving the passion, but Tommy.
This is definitely not Tommy.
Yeah, it's probably not Tommy.
Did this? I don't know.
Some sort of anarchistic group.
But it's a message. This just happened. You think they're still here?
The blood is still red.
Not. Keep your eyes open.
Who could do something like this? I'd be surprised. It could be the Fireflies. I mean, Joel wronged them pretty badly and basically ruined their entire life's mission. So it could be possible that they're on some sort of rampage for everyone who has ever stood against them or anyone who's ever shown themselves to be a threat. I think that's one of the people. Breaking news, we have 3 bodies suspended from our studio ceiling. Back at you, Tom. Probably not appropriate to make a joke right now, but I honestly couldn't think of anything else to fill the horror aspect of this particular portion. I'm glad I found a lot of sweet loot. Oh, that was a little brightly colored, so I assumed it was a container part. There we go.
Is that graffiti again?
AX, I think, is what it's supposed to be.
Who are these guys? Someone else the WLF fucked with. Well, they seem fucking deranged.
But effective. In the worst possible way. Let's make sure they didn't leave anything behind of value. I have a feeling that stealth is going to be very advantageous for me very, very soon. But I don't have enough to improve my silencer's capabilities. Unfortunate. Nothing here, nothing here. Food is fine with me for now.
Follow me.
Where are you? The music is really good though. Not obnoxious, it definitely captures the feel of what's going through these characters' minds. Kind of kicking you out of the player mindset and really engrossing you in the moment of the character. Alright, full on blades.
Let's try over here.
Just getting my theft on, you know me, girl. You know how I like to roll. Getting anything and everything I can. So I'm pretty much full on everything but containers, which is good. I'm also full on ammo for the sniper rifle. Before I head out there... Yep. Alright. Nothing up here. I had a feeling.
Another body up there. I don't like this. We're too exposed.
Yeah.
I have to search all of it. I want to find Leah. Just be careful. Watch your step here.
Why am I... Hey, just go. Oh, I'm trying to cut into the room, but that inadvertently turns me around again. Well, stop that. You almost freaked me out. Yeah, at first it looked like it made sense for Tommy to be capable of all this because, like, it was just 3 or 4 people at a time, but this is efficient. This was definitely a team effort. Yeah, and it also kind of makes sense why there's not a lot of resources lying around, because this is an organized group. They wouldn't waste a thing. There goes another bow and arrow. Well, at least I got a card. I'll take a look at the cards at another time. Maybe if I ever complete the full set, I'll have like a quick, brief moment just to unwind and show off my collection. Okay, it's really dark.
You hear that? What is that?
Sounds like someone making an attempt at a radio transmission. Which is most likely coming from that slightly ajar doorway. So before we go there, let me make sure there's nothing else worthwhile in the remaining rooms. Too bad you can't look in the bags, like the obviously full military bags. Rue, a little bird told me those scars you brought in from the coast talked. I heard Isaac is quite impressed with you. So the scars aren't infected? Because they kept saying, do you think it's scars in the previous episodes? And I thought they were referring to infected. I thought that was their way of saying it because they all look scarred over because of the pus and infectious nature. But it looks like this is a group. Because unless the infected are talking now and I didn't know or don't remember. I know you've been having doubts, but you've got to power through right now. Show him what happened at the coast wasn't a one-off and will be set for life. Think about how few people get this chance. I'm proud of you, Dad. Interesting. So are the scars these people? It would be a somewhat appropriate name. There it is.
That's her. Leah. You sure? Yes. Guess the universe really wanted her dead, huh?
3 arrows worth.
There's nothing on her.
Maybe in that bag. Which I'm surprised the enemy would just leave there. It's a bright blue bag in a relatively gray-green room.
This is 2. Do you copy? 6. Acknowledge. Over.
Dina. It's all of them.
Highway. That's near Jackson.
Look at their fucking smiles. That's her. That's the one who killed him.
Three down, right?
3 down.
6. This is 2. Do you copy? Support Unit India en route to the TV station. Repeat. Support
Shit.
Unit India en route.
Yeah, we should
Over.
get going.
Well, she's dead. How do you feel?
I'm pissed we couldn't talk to her.
Yeah. She didn't hurt Joel. It would have been pretty fucked up to make her talk.
She traveled hundreds of miles to torture him. I don't care whether she held the club or not.
I get it.
Honestly, yeah. She assisted in the murder,
Wanna
so...
find somewhere to hole up? Look over Leah's stuff.
Keep your eyes open!
Shit. Get down.
They're all dead. Fucking scars killed them.
Spread out. Still could have scars in the building. Watch each other.
How are we getting out of here?
Someone get to the radio and call this in now.
On me.
What are you doing?
Cutting them down.
Get the building clear first.
I'm not leaving them up there.
What the fuck's cutting them down gonna do now? Go!
There are multiple routes they can take up the stairs. Now if he goes left, he has himself a machete. Looks fresh too.
To the right. Watch it.
Think we got company. I'll look in.
Saw movement. Huh?
It's them! Here!
Well, darn it.
You got it! Fuck!
I really was hoping for a more stealthy approach, but I did not take everything into account.
To the right! Got ya! Straight ahead! Move them!
Sorry. Well, that was a waste. Why is it not connecting? There we go.
And he's still standing?
I don't think so.
I will admit, I'm embarrassed about how difficult
I
that
hear
was for
more.
me.
This way. Come on.
And I really wanted to enjoy that machete. But now I can enjoy it with an additional blade on it. There it is. And now I can recollect that bomb I placed, since it seems to have not had an opportunity to be used. Always make the most of what you have, kids. But if anything, I did learn to take a little bit more stock into my environment.
Ellie, come on!
We got them!
Ellie, through this window!
Hit them from
Come on!
behind!
Nope, we gotta run. It'd be a waste of resources to fight them all this way.
Dina, we gotta run!
Trespassers! Over there! I don't fucking know, just shoot them!
Don't stop! We gotta lose them!
Dead ahead!
Oh shit!
All right. It'll work for now. Keep going.
Well, those screams are gonna have to deal with infected.
Spores ahead. Masks. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. She doesn't need them, but she still wears them to maintain the facade of I'm a normal person. Which also means that where there are spores, there are infected. Infected who have gone a very long way.
We gotta keep moving.
Just 1 second. Perfect items I need to make more health kits. One way.
There's a way through. I thought they had us. I know.
If I took him out stealthily, I probably would have tried to fight.
Man's gone! Sweep this entire station!
Damn it.
So which is it? Are they scars or trespassers?
Damn it! Don't be like
Sorry, Dina.
Ellie! In there! Go, go!
Dang it.
Trespassers are here too! Jack! The trespassers are here too!
Well,
Dina!
nope, I'm stuck in the cutscene. Why are you setting them off? They can have fun. Over there.
Dina!
I probably could have fought my way through, but it just made more sense for me to set up the clickers and then run.
Fucking move it!
Shit! Come on. Let's go.
Well, now the enemy is just locked in with
You
them.
okay? Yeah. Thanks.
Ooh.
Babe. I'm really tired. Yeah, let's get out of here.
I was honestly expecting Dina to be like, "Are you sure you're okay? Like, you basically just left 3 or 4 people to die at the hands of clickers." But I guess she's okay with it.
This way's blocked. Maybe through here?
Maybe, but this might have some information. Jules. Jules, I hope you made it out and found this, and I hope you made it out and find this. The two of us got into a minor dust-up with some clickers, but we're still in one piece. Hold up here for the night to lick your wounds. The long, dead body of a man watched over us. A gruesome reminder of why we're doing this. This infection, it really was a warning. Better to live off the land than remain in this rotting mess. Zachary says if we keep heading north, we'll hit the Seraphite encampment and in the next couple of days. He calls it heaven. He calls it haven. And they built it all by themselves. Hearing him talk about it, it was hard not to get inspired, even optimistic. I pray for your safety. I hate to think of what Isaac will do if his goons catch you. I'll be holding my breath, waiting for a sign that you're okay. Gray. So I guess, never got that sign. No, actually no, the dead body we saw was the person watching over him.
Did you hear what they kept calling us? Scars. I wonder if that's who made all those murals. And gutted all those wolves. Everyone in this city's a fucking psycho. No shit.
Okay, there's something making weird noises. Like
There's
a
an opening
chirping.
down here.
Did I cause that? Doesn't look anything worthwhile back there. I'm always crouching. Like, I like crouching in a stealth-based game, but it slows down the process.
Jesus. Have you ever seen anything like this? Bloaters have acid spores. But that didn't sound like a bloater.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck they're fighting, we should let them kill each other. Agreed.
Or at the very least, use them as a distraction to kill them first. To kill the whatever did that first. I'm good with my hatchet. There goes the chirping again. Another workbench? I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I really don't have enough for anything. That's a little weird back to back. Like, so wait, were there more parts that I just... There was probably a ton of parts that I most likely missed out on because I decided to flee the room than stand and fight. I didn't really pay attention to how many parts I had and how many parts I just gained. Might as well. Very nice. Alright, I'm done. I made some sort of improvement to one of my weapons, and I feel like this fully loaded shotgun will be very, very useful.
Got another ladder across there. Okay. How do we get to it? Gotta be some way over there.
I'm assuming throw the rope.
That'll do.
One, two. There we go. Well, something here really made a home for itself. I wonder if that's like the inevitable conclusion of all the infected, that they essentially just find a place to hold up, die, and then make spores. Which I actually think is how the fungal virus this disease is based off of works. I think it basically infects either a...
Ladder's broken.
Damn it.
That it either infects a dead ant or infects a living one, slowly kills it, but basically compels it to go to the highest point, die, and then it will create spores, which it will then produce over the colony, essentially. So then what do we do now? Oh. Nice.
Dina, this way.
I kind of like how,
Got another sandwich! Just get out of here! Ow! Watch out! Ah, shit! I got you! I got you! Fuck!
hello, boss fight.
I've never seen one of those.
this shambler. So I'm assuming very much like clickers, it is blind.
Heads up, over there. Fuck. There's another one.
I really hope they're blind. I'm assuming this isn't something I can take down. There we go. Disgusting.
Fuck these assholes. Did they
Take
get you? No, I'm clean.
Good to learn, though.
Shamblers? Is that what they called them? Yeah. Where the hell do shamblers come from?
I'm
I
assuming
don't fucking know. But they're disgusting.
Yeah. I'm assuming there's some sort of subspecies of bloater, basically a bloater that learned how to move quicker, or maybe this is what you become before you become a full-fledged bloater, because I think bloaters were way bigger than shamblers, like almost double the size. So, possible lore confirmation. Unclear. And one more. I love having the max of everything I can. When it comes to something useful, and this Molotov, the Molotovs, I'm surprised they are as useful as they are. And I do kind of like how this creates opportunities that would compel me to fight a little bit more. That's very bright.
Ugh, look at those acid burns. No, I'm dead.
Why would you use a fuse as your light source? That makes noise. You'd much rather want, like, a flashlight, because clickers. But infected will not see flashlight, so that's good to know, so I don't have to walk around in complete darkness while dealing with a non-clicker infected. And it looked like well, actually no, I don't know if those things were blind, because they still had a semblance of a face. So I'm assuming they work off of a similar hunting tactic where they just look, pursue, and kill. So.
Let's see where this takes us. Take your time. Almost done. Okay.
I was about to say, like, why don't you just hold it up so that way you can close it when you're through, but I guess that's the game's way of saying,
looks clear.
You're done.
As far as I can see. Good.
Now, looks like I can acquire a skill.
Shamblers? If the others weren't bad enough. Guess that's nature for you. Yeah, well, nature's an asshole.
Often. But there's a reason behind it. Not saying I don't share the same sentiment, but, you know, try to be a little more understanding. Granted, though, I wonder if this virus is still truly just a natural occurrence that just randomly happened through mutation, or if this is some sort of man-made thing. I doubt we'll ever get the answer to that question because that's a little bit outside of what the point of the game is, but you know. God, this is creepy. I know I've been very calm, cool, and collected throughout the Let's Play so far, but my heart has not slowed down even a little bit. I'm just trying to be better at composing myself. But don't worry, I'll still freak out. I'm sure it's just like a countdown waiting to go off. That's disappointing. Doesn't look like there's an alternative way in. Wow, I cannot believe I pieced that. I saw the blue tarp and I'm like, blue usually means entry point. And I have to say, that's really good game design. Because if you establish a sort of language to the game's rules, then you can non-verbally communicate to the player how to behave under certain situations. So like, if you see yellow, this is how you ascend or descend a structure. If you see a blue tarp, that's usually an entryway through some sort of fence or other barrier of some sort. So when I saw the blue tarp, I just instinctively knew, oh, I need to go through, I need to get there to get in here, and lo and behold, I just kind of unconsciously knew how to get to where I wanted to go, which, bravo, very well done, game developers. Because I think being able to create an unspoken language between game and gamer is a very difficult thing to do in gaming these days.
Hey, doesn't this look like the lady from the scar graffiti? Yeah.
So...
Why do you think the wolves call them scars? After the shit we saw today, I'm not sure I want to find out.
Agreed. I'm assuming they leave some sort of lasting damage on their victims. Like quite literal scars. God, I wish there was a map of some sort. That looks like I jump over that. I don't want to, though. And that looks like a door I can't open.
There must be a way around. I like your optimism.
You kind of have to be in a situation like this.
Ellie.
Yeah, I figured, but I'm gonna ignore that for a second because there's at least 2 rooms, I think, or at least 2 doors I never bothered to open. I don't hear anything, I don't see anything.
Shit. Needs a combination.
Hey Davey, forget the code again. Get me a soda and the code is yours. Get me a soda and the code is yours. Not on the soda machine. Not around the soda machine. Oh, in the soda machine, on the soda can. The code is 152 question mark. Okay, enough hints. If you can't figure the rest out, I'm with the wrong man. Enjoy V. So let's see.
Let's see.
1, 5, 2, 4, 3.
Yes.
Yeah, because it went highest, lowest,
Magic.
highest, lowest, highest, lowest, highest. I have to say, what a dumb combination. So why bother making the doors openable if you can clearly see that there's nothing in them? Like, there's something definitely in there. And my container setup is full, and my machine pistol is also full. Alright. Now that I've figured that miraculous riddle, let's progress into the depths and probably give me a heart attack. Oh boy. One, two, three.
Shamblers. We got this.
Let's see. A shambler. One normal infected. I don't think there's any fancy way beyond burning them to death. But I wonder, there might be a way to take out more than one of them, if I'm smart about it. I don't think they were running towards me. I think they were just running to where they knew water was.
I'm ready to get out of here.
Same.
Which means now I can look around with peace of mind. Would have been great if there were some shotgun shells. You know what I just realized also? I could have set a proximity mine as well. Granted though, I'm not upset because I'm learning, like, naturally over the course of trial and error and trying new things. I'm thinking up more strategies as I make successful choices in dealing with the enemy. So it's like, okay, luring them together using a Molotov is good. And if there's only one possible direction they can take to get to me, booby trap the entrance. Another great thing about these guys when they designed this, they paid a lot of attention to the gaming experience and how we as players would respond, learn, and grow. Granted though, I think that's more of an example of the beauty of the human's natural thought process, but by incorporating that into this kind of experience where they don't tell you, they just trust that you'll figure it out on your own. I like that. I like how the game respects its players. So that's enough of my typical rant.
One sec. There.
We did kill everything inside, but yeah. Actually, no, we didn't. We still left like at least 3 enemy humans and at least 3 clickers there. So yeah, that's actually good. And since the clickers are most likely going to at least get a bite in before they die,
What
then,
the hell happened here?
you know.
I'm gonna say some kind of train crash. Thanks, Sherlock.
Nothing this way, right? Yeah, figured as much. But always like to check. And see, like, even the subtle, like, yellow tint around here kind of, like, giving you a path to follow. And even though, like, a lot of these little things is pretty basic stuff now that we have mastered ever since, like, Mario, it still is nice to see that, especially how, since there's a lot of games out there that focus on multiplayer and shoot him or kill her and this, that, and the third thing, it's nice to play a story-driven experience and to see some of those tricks incorporated into the game.
Jesus. I wonder how long they kept these running past Outbreak Day.
How could you...
Light up that way. Up we go then.
Well, I guess it is possible to keep the trains running if only for a little while longer. I find this tiny treasure trove and... oh, found a card at least. See? Little yellow. Granted though, that was me just kind of being curious and exploring. But I love how I got rewarded for that, by just being a little bit more interested in all the little things. I got rewarded with a collectible.
Dina? Yeah, coming.
Anything down here? Just some alcohol, where in all honesty, I get that.
Getting closer to light. Hey, let me get you up there.
Yeah.
I think I just missed a few items, but whatever.
What you got? Come on.
1 second. Yeah, disappointing little detour. Nice though how they put like a way for you to backtrack a little bit.
Okay. Let's rally. We're almost out.
Yeah,
Lead on.
You can actually see the exhaustion in her actions, even in the way she breathes as she follows you around. And this is how she learns that she isn't
Ellie,
even...
your mask! Here, we can share mine.
No! Don't take it! Stop!
Ellie,
Stop!
Ellie, stop! What? No! Ellie, no!
Stop! I'm not infected. I'm immune. I'm not coughing, do you see? Fuck. Dina. Shit. Can you run?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's fucking go! Go! Run, Dina!
Go, go, go!
Ellie! Right here! Don't slow down!
This way! Hurry!
Go, 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 go,
Go
go.
right! Come on! say we rest in that theater.
That sounds so fucking good.
Almost there.
Oh my goodness.
I got you. Here. Got it? Alright, we're good. Come on. You want to tell me what's going on with you?
What's going on with me? Ellie, I just saw you breathe spores. I told you.
I'm immune.
Okay, you're immune? Come on.
I was bitten a long time ago.
The fuck are you talking about?
I was bitten and nothing happened.
A chemical burn.
Maria and Tommy and Joel are the only ones who know. Knew. Now you know. I can't get you infected if that's what you're worried about. I can't make you immune either. Can you say something?
Ellie. I think I'm pregnant.
What?
Don't worry, it's not yours.
What are we supposed to do now?
Nothing. I just need to rest for a second.
Are you fucking kidding? How long have you known?
I was late a few weeks ago.
A few weeks? We could have still turned back.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure, okay? I didn't want to be a burden.
Well, you're a burden now, aren't you? I'm gonna make sure this place is secured. You just rest. Pregnant. Fucking pregnant. How could you keep something like that?
Me, Perez, Green, and Adams made it to the listening post 2 days ago, and so far so good. WLF haven't come looking here yet. The city's lost to the WLF. We escaped headquarters out of sheer luck and good timing. Torres, Ward, and the others are probably dead, camping here, grateful to be alive for now. Can't sleep, burning up with a fever. No medicine. Looked everywhere. We don't have anything except the uniforms on our backs. No contact from anyone on the radio either. How many of us made it out? September 7th, still feverish. Don't have any big cuts, so probably not an infection. The others are waiting until nightfall, then making a run to the hospital to get medicine for me and supplies for wherever we're going next. They're good guys. September 10th. Shouldn't be taking so long.
Okay.
Which might be
our... old. Still, better be careful.
Okay, that cup just disappeared out of thin air. Oh no, it fell over, but it looked like it blinked out of existence, so... It might have blinked onto the floor, but either way. Sorry I've been so quiet. I've just been processing all of what's happened. I honestly thought they had me when they showed me the love that exists between Ellie and Dina. I mean, Ellie's mask gets broken. She knows she's immune. She even told her that she was immune, but she didn't believe her. So with that understanding that Ellie is still just like everyone else, the first thought that came to her mind was to basically rip off her mask and essentially share it. First off, how was she expecting to share the mask? Was it going to be basically you hold your breath and basically every time you need a breath, you swap masks, breathe it in? To the best of my knowledge, the spores are still going to get in your eyes and your nose, which basically will leave you infected. So breathing it in basically means that you will get infected slower than you already are. And just like the action, the mocap team encapsulated a very pure, real human moment in that scene where both parties just wanted nothing more than to protect their significant other. And the desire to rip off the mask, Ellie immediately like pinning her against the wall and fighting her to be like, I love you, do not listen to your instincts right now. I promise I am okay. This isn't a sacrifice. This is nothing noble. I'm fine. You will not be. And I loved that whole interaction. It was beautiful. Art made real. I love it. And that's why I love gaming. It's like appreciating a portrait while being enraptured in a movie. Oh my god, this game is so good. It's acting, the voice acting, the mocap, the graphics. Oh my god, that was such a good scene. And then transitioning from that to shambling to the theater to securing it and then having the talk about, I thought it was going to be like Dina's like, I can't believe you're immune. How long have you been keeping this from me? Who else knows? But no, just like straight into I'm pregnant. And it's like, my first thought is like, why is that the thing that comes to mind in the situation based on everything that's just happened? But taking a moment to step back and think it through a little bit, because she's pregnant, she's putting her life as well as the unborn child's life in jeopardy for this mission. And maybe she's feeling a little dumb about following Ellie on this mission because it's like, Ellie has a lot more advantages just for the very fact that she's immune to get through the situation. You know, she could go through spore paths very covertly, very smartly to do whatever she needs to do. Or I don't know. I honestly cannot process everything that just happened in this immediate moment. But you get it. You're watching this with me. This is amazing. All right. September 13th. They're not coming back. Either got ambushed or they ditched me. Not my fault I got sick. At least the fever's gone, but now I am starving. Can probably raid the buildings nearby for food, then see if I can raise someone on the radio. September 15th. Constant rain means I at least won't die of thirst. Unfortunately, it keeps making the electricity conk out all the time. Makes it kind of hard to use the radio. Not like anyone's answering anyway. The WLF can't have hit all the Fedra listening posts. No way. Need to keep trying. September 16th. Dreamt they were laughing as I slowly bled out from a gut shot. Woke up an hour ago, still shaking. Need a cigarette? You think there'd be a pack or two stashed somewhere in a theater, but apparently not this one. Power went out again. Going to head to the roof and see if I can get it back on. Can you imagine he jumped? This isn't even trying to be a joke. Like, could you imagine, like, he got to the roof and he saw, like, you know, it'd be really easy for me to just stop everything and just die. Because his situation seems kind of, like, pretty down in the dumps. He got sick, his friends are gone, so they're either dead or he lost them. He's having ideas about how they abandoned him, which could lead anyone into depression, thinking that, like, the people who I looked out for don't deem me worthy of life and therefore have left me to die. I'm assuming if I want to use the radio, I need to get this working. A thunderstorm, and I'm going to touch an electrical... Oh, okay, good. The other end of it's inside another structure on the roof. Which, good. I'm assuming he electrocuted himself.
Damn. You get fried? Guess you weren't much of an electrician.
Yeah, looks like. Which means that this thing has suffered significant damage and has been neglected for a really long time.
Got it.
All right. And anything stashed away on the roof? No, doesn't look like. So I'm assuming Ellie is now going to try and listen in and see if she can get a heading on any other members where they could be. I wonder though how much longer we're going to stay in Seattle, because it looks like we've exhausted every location we saw on the map we got as soon as we entered this place. No, you got a key.
What's this? Alright.
Key to somewhere in the theater. Well, the power's back on, which is a good thing. Wait, what am I doing? There's no doors here. There's only one door that I know that I couldn't get through, and it was the door to the primary theater, I think.
Alright.
Not to be a nitpicker, but by the door itself being locked would imply that the area is pretty secure, right?
Wow. Oh, Joel, you'd love watching a movie in this place.
I wonder though, is this that kind of theater? Well, it most likely is possible of playing movies in the more modern sense of the word. So possible. Granted though, this looks more like a traditional style theater with, like, you know, actors on stage and whatnot. But I can easily see them setting up a projector up there, getting everything done in here. I can see that.
Spooky. No way.
Another guitar. What's up with the guitars surviving everything? Not that I'm complaining, but it's interesting how she has found two guitars perfectly pristine in the same city within the same day. Please don't play something that'll get me demonetized. Actually, no, play whatever you want. What song is this one? I can't say that I'm familiar with it. I feel like this is gonna be a moment where Ellie and Dina kind of... There we go. Makes sense. It's the same song that she's learned. Oh, it's a flashback. So we get to see more Joel, I hope? Maybe?
It's starting to sound like something.
Ugh, I suck.
Just need to build up your calluses, that's all.
Man.
Oh yeah, that's gotta suck.
All right, come on.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna start guessing.
You want to spoil your surprise now?
I don't know. Is it a dinosaur?
Stop trying to guess. I ain't telling you.
All right. Is it an elephant? Is it a convertible?
You're not gonna guess.
Besides, I feel like Joel would keep the convertible.
Mind your step.
I got it.
Oops.
Ah! What is wrong with you?
You should see your face right now.
What if I drown?
You're not gonna drown. You gotta work on that confidence, kiddo.
Yeah, keep laughing, old man. Just see what happens.
This way.
The worst.
I remember in the first game she couldn't swim.
Your swimming's getting better. Remember now, don't just flail about. You
Push
gotta...
the water with your whole arm. Blah, blah, blah.
Glad to know I'm getting through. Hey, Ellie, come here. Take a look at this. See it? See it?
Where?
Just through there, look.
Yeah. I see it.
Yeah?
Looks like...
Oh,
How's that feel?
refreshing.
Yeah, it's not nice getting pushed in, is it?
Well, actually, we need to swim through this part anyway.
I got you back. You're angry and upset.
I am very angry and upset. Now, come on.
Ugh.
I am so mad. Oh, this is just
I need
precious.
to dive under here. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, I got this.
I'm assuming this is the game's way of saying that in the next level, I'm going to need to swim, and therefore, I'm practicing in a flashback, where it's perfectly safe and not intense. I wonder if the context of this world is there such a thing as infected water?
Is it my 6th grade history teacher wanting to apologize for being a massive dick?
I beg your pardon?
My friend and I would argue whenever he called the Fireflies terrorists. We got a lot of detention.
You know, you really need to stop letting people rile you up.
It's hard when they're dicks.
Point still stands.
Oh, I see another dive segment.
All right, get another dive over here.
Where are you taking me?
There we go. I was holding the right button, but I guess I was too close to the entry point. Oh, there's actually a breath meter. I didn't notice that.
Is it a new pair of sneakers?
How many of those do you have?
Not enough.
You would honestly think that sneakers would be something really hard to come by.
Here.
I was waiting for the button prompt.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm done guessing.
Well, good.
But, like, is it a massive comic book collection? No, wait. A new DVD collection?
Yes.
Listen, which one?
Just yes.
How about laser discs? I heard that's a thing.
Does she think a laser disc is like something out of Tron where it's a disc that's also a laser?
Holy shit, Joel.
It is a dinosaur.
Oh my god, it is a dinosaur!
And it is.
Joel!
Surprise.
Holy shit.
That's cool.
It's a motherfucking dinosaur!
It's kind of posed like the dinosaur from Jurassic Park.
King of the Tyrant Lizards. That's a big boy.
What'd she write about it? Oh, interesting. I kind of appreciate that she's very persistent about her art. I thought I could climb it, like Fred Flintstone. I'm guessing I'm going to see a lot more dinosaurs in here.
Wyoming Museum of Science and History. How did you find this place?
Maria. She told me about it. Figured it'd be right up your alley.
Figured right. What's this?
It's a book?
It's a dinosaur book.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, is she going to make Joel wear that hat? Or is she going to wear the hat?
Oh, man. You want to try it on?
I do not.
Your loss.
It would look good on Joel. It's like, it's such to his aesthetic, though. That's adorable. Oh, that's cute. She tipped her hat.
Oh, look at those talons.
That is a velociraptor.
Actually, it's a Deinonychus.
Pretty sure these are velociraptors. Yeah. I mean, at least that's what they called them in this movie I saw.
Jurassic Park? You see, the one thing I love about this world is that it actually brings you in it because characters are making references like that you can relate to on a personal level, either by having first-hand experience or at least knowing about it because you live in the real world. In games like this, they kind of make you forget about the real world, like Resident Evil. It takes place in an Earth-like world, but they never make references, or they don't make a lot of references to real life, like referencing Jurassic Park or anything else like that for that matter. It's Raccoon City or these other fictional places with these impossibly convoluted houses and mansions. So it's kind of cool to see how vivid this world actually is.
Triceratops means three-horned face.
You would not want to be on the business end of that horn.
She can learn about all of them? Yeah, she is.
Whoa, this one's brain was the size of a walnut.
No way. Looks like you two have something in common.
Oh, good one.
What do you got to say to this one?
Brachiosaurus ate 600 pounds of plants each day. Ooh, imagine the poops.
Yeah, there's one scene where, actually one of the guys said, that's a big mound of shit.
What is this movie, and when can we see it?
Tell you what, when we get back to Jackson, movie night.
That is so sweet.
Gallimimus's name means chicken mimic. Who names these?
Scientists.
Well, they're dumb.
They are. In their own unique, smart way.
The Dimetrodon was an apex predator.
What's an apex predator?
The most badass predator.
Huh. Pretty short for that.
Wait, were you talking about me?
Yes and no. So I'm wondering though, it could be, well, that thing is probably the apex predator for its time period, because I don't think that dinosaur existed around the same time as like the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Sounds like a pill.
Anyway, I shouldn't talk too much over these people's cute moments. Why is this place open? What's interesting in here? Oh. Partner. I love how Joel's just kind of like letting her have a run of the place. Alright, I think that's all the interactables down here. But wait, I think there's more in there. Oh, this isn't an interactable? There we go.
Velociraptor. Joel, this is the one you were talking about, the Velociraptor?
So small. Well, don't trust the movies, I guess.
Oh, that's right, because yeah. I get what he's coming from now. Because in the movie, the Velociraptors are way too big for what they actually were. But it was a cool name, so they just called them that.
Look how thick this one's skull is.
Kinda looks like Tommy.
I'm telling him you said that.
Please don't. Catch it in the right light. Boom. Tommy.
This is so wholesome after everything we just went. Like, literally, after the big commitment and self-sacrifice and the big revelation, like, just cutting to this.
Whoa, this one looks like a bird.
Well, actually, paleontologists believe the birds were descended from dinosaurs.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Professor.
I happen to know a thing or two.
From a movie.
Keep going.
Joel, look!
That is a hat on a dinosaur.
It's called a hatasaur.
Get back your hat.
Did you go to museums a lot?
Yeah. Yeah, Sarah loved them. I swear that girl dragged me to every damn museum in Texas.
Oh, this is very much like the giraffe scene in the previous game.
Looks like a giraffe.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Hey!
Well, now she's not getting that hat
I
back.
see the appeal.
Told you.
Oh well, not like she needed it. I have to say though, good toss. Oh, is this the planetarium?
Did you know this was here?
Oh, you don't like it. We can head back.
Oh, shut up.
I wonder if this is how, like, the actual Wyoming Museum of Science and History actually looks. But I'm assuming this is, well, no, because she had a love for space in the previous game as well, so it's good to see that love nurtured.
Hey, Joel, can you name all the planets?
My very educated mother just served us nice pizzas.
Did you just have a stroke?
My Mercury, very Venus, mother Mars.
Oh, okay. I get it. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. I like it. They even got the rotations along with the revolutions going in this.
Hey, Joel, guess what the first animal to go to space was?
I don't have to guess. That was a monkey.
No, it was fruit flies. Yeah, in 1947. It was to see radiation exposure at high altitudes. And they lived through it.
Dadgum, girl, you are smart.
Thanks.
Did they become superflies?
What?
No.
Well, by my movie logic, radiation makes everything superpowered.
Whoa.
Tell me another fun fact.
Astronauts say the moon smells like gunpowder.
That is a fun fact. Well, wait, how would...
Well, they would take the moon samples back inside and
Oh.
smell them later, I guess.
I thought she was playing a prank on him, and I actually got myself with a prank that wasn't even there. God, I'm stupid.
Okay, what's next?
You tell me.
Quiz me.
I don't know. Who was the first person in space?
Oh, it's easy. Yuri Gagarin.
Gagarin? Is that...
Gagarin? I don't know how you say it. I've only read it, so... Anyway, he flew to space on April 12th, 1961.
Color me impressed. How many books have you read about this?
Come on, Joel. Isn't it incredible?
Why don't you tell me what you like about it?
I don't know. People in your time, they've had it easy.
I guess relatively speaking, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't need to go to space, but they did it anyway. It's ballsy.
Ballsy. All right, kiddo. Now I get it.
You know how many times we've been to the moon?
Twice.
6 times.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm gonna make it 7.
That is so sweet that she has that ambition. Especially in the circumstances of the world that exists today. Ah, interesting. I didn't notice the intricacy of this seating area. Oh, that's cute. One day. Is this supposed to be a rover? I guess. Weirdest rover I've ever seen.
Fuck yeah.
Where's the steering wheel?
Rovers don't use steering wheels. They use joysticks.
Huh. Hang on. Just the real one.
Well, considering they left the real ones on the moon, I would say no.
Yeah, it wouldn't really make a lot of sense for them to bring the rovers back from the moon. I wonder if they just kind of like float away. Like if something were to hit them enough, I wonder if they just kind of disappear off the moon because something just threw them. But then I guess that would imply something went there to specifically throw it off the moon, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, honestly, this makes it look like it crashed here. This escape pod.
Whoa.
But now, hold on just a minute. You're going into space. You're gonna need a helmet.
Oh, right. What was I thinking?
Which helmet? Can she... Oh, she can choose? This one. It's cooler.
So cool.
How does it smell up there?
Like space. And dust.
So gunpowder?
After you.
And dust?
Watch your head.
Whoa. What the heck?
Oh! Okay.
Wow.
As you look at all these buttons.
Oh, it's so badass. Man. Could you imagine just...
Happy birthday, kiddo.
What is this?
This is a thing that took a mighty effort to find. Take it.
Some sort of, what, audio recording of space? Like some sort of narration?
Close your eyes. It'll be worth it.
Okay.
30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
I do okay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You're welcome, kiddo. Well, what do you say we keep looking around, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
You should take the helmet. Have it be a fun souvenir. On top of the amazing tape you got.
Hey. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. This is such an adorable scene. And heck, now we got the origin of that pin on the adult version of her. I'm pretty sure that shuttle is just the long and short of this area. But what else is there to see? Where else is that? Oh, over there. Just like go like, I'm such a great dad.
Here.
There's more museum stuff over there.
Yeah, I never checked out that building.
Well,
Wow.
let's go.
And just how do you plan on getting yourself over there?
Ellie, God.
You ever give anyone else this much grief?
Get down here.
No!
Hey, whose birthday is it?
You can't keep doing that.
I want a good splash. We've got more exploring to do.
But he hasn't checked this building. He doesn't know if
Geronimo!
it's safe.
Nice.
Ugh.
In like 5 minutes, they're gonna be dry. Not if even.
Hey, who's me in there?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll open the door for you. Come on, we can't chicken out now.
Oh, please don't let there be infected. This is such a nice moment.
No. There.
Good reason the door
Okay,
can't be open.
bad news. There's shit blocking the door.
Well, see if you can find me another way in. I'll walk around the outside.
Okay, be safe.
You be safe.
There are dinosaurs around.
Okay, now I'm nervous. I'm really nervous now. Like, clearly she's gonna survive this, but I'm nervous that there's, like, a danger here. He never checked the building.
Ooh, stay strong, buddy.
This reminds me of the museum that I used to go to when I was a kid.
This guy needed a hug.
Maybe the guy is still here.
It's dark in here. Shit.
Only 5 bullets? You kidding me? Stop flickering out on me.
Come out, fucker.
Oh, this guy is suffering some major survivor's guilt. Survivor's guilt, not survivals. Okay, maybe it's not survivor's guilt. Maybe he just like straight up killed people. Maybe this will tell me what's going on in there. We wanted to end the suffering, we wanted to restore humanity. Each time we sacrificed part of ourselves, our leaders kept saying it'll be worth it. Now we've disbanded with nothing to show for our sins. I thought coming here might reignite something, some purpose. My parents loved bringing me here. It's one of my earliest memories from before the outbreak, before all of the cruelty and savagery. Those memories just made me angrier. I don't want to be in this world anymore. I can't look at the person I've become. I'm guessing this is this guy. I went through there. This just leads back into the room I just exited. Let's see what's on the other side.
Stupid fake animals.
I have to say though, like, really good placement shot. That could have been a lot worse if that thing's tusk was just tilted a little bit further down and forward. Liars. I wonder if this is talking about the scars.
Ellie?
I'm in here!
The hell was it?
It's just some animal.
Well, let's get a move on. I want to get a fire going before it gets too dark. Come on.
I wonder if the disbandment occurred because of what Joel did. Well, it looks like I am going to leave this episode of Last of Us Part 2 here. I've said it earlier in the video, and I will say it one last time, but summarized. The last few minutes, not even the last few minutes, but like the last half of this game was phenomenal. First off, the Shamblers are a really interesting reimagining of the Bloaters, making them a lot more interesting, but also manageable. Whereas for the Bloaters were like this big, daunting boss kind of interaction. These things are just an additional hazard that we have to worry about. And I love how throughout the course of the gameplay and throughout all the previous episodes, I learned how these people really took their time in detailing out the world and rewarding you for exploration and for paying attention to the repeating attributes of like look for blue tarp, see yellow paint, and so on and so forth. So this game is great. Simply put, it encapsulates everything I love about just story-based gaming in general in this episode. The sweet wholesomeness of the cutscenes between Joel and Ellie in her youth, the intense raw emotion that came from the characters in their own cutscenes between Ellie and Dina about the spores, the self-sacrifice, the willingness to protect, and the visceral reactions you have to do in order to preserve and maintain that relationship in such dire situations. It showed a great attention to detail, a great attention to the actor's discipline, and the director, whoever is coordinating these actors, is a phenomenal instructor and has a phenomenal story to work with. So I am really enjoying this game, and I'm really enjoying recording it for all of you. Honestly, ever since I started recording for YouTube, it's made my gaming that much more enriching, to be honest. Even though I enjoy playing games for myself, I really enjoy playing games for you. For you to have something to watch or even just to listen to while you're going about your everyday. So I'm really grateful for each and every one of you who takes the time to watch my videos. And I hope that you look forward to the episodes to come, and I hope you visit me on my channel page and check out the other things that I have done or I'm still working on. So until the next episode, I thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you give me a like, feel free to share a comment, and hit subscribe so you can check out what else I'm doing. If you do subscribe, please hit the bell notification so you can know when I post out a new video. I'm getting better and better about posting videos daily, so I'll try and keep that content coming, and if you guys have anything you want to see, please let me know in the comments. I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video, but for now, this is Eclipse Sentinel, signing out. Goodbye, everyone.